Okay, we will start now. And since Bianca is not with us tonight, uh, the presentation I prepared will be the first, and it's about a Serbian holiday, Vidovdan. Let me just start the. Okay, Vidovdan, a secret day from pagan roots to Prince Lazar. Vidovdan is a holiday of the Serbian Orthodox Church and is celebrated on the June 28th. I choose this holiday because we're supposed to have a come together session on June 28th and it was special to me, but I'm glad to have opportunity to present it to you. And it's one of the most significant holiday in Serbian tradition. Origin of the holiday. Its significance, however, reached far deeper into the past, back to ancient pre-Christian times, when Slavic people worshipped a pantheon of deities. Among them was all-seeing god Vid, or Svetovid, an important Slavic deity associated with war, abundance, and sight. Some scholars even consider Svetovid to have been a supreme deity in early Slavic belief systems, and I post a timeline with the most important things that happens on the 28th of June. And you can see the origins of the holidays is believed to come from the ancient Slavic beliefs, that is before the 9th century. And from 9th to 11th century, that started the process of Christianization of the Slavs. In 1389, we had the Battle of Kosovo, a battle between the Serbian and Ottoman armies on Kosovo field. In the 19th century, national reveal, Vidovdans became an important symbolic symbol of Serbian national identity. And on the June 28th, 1921, uh, there's the Vidovdan Constitution was adopted, marking the holiday with major state and political significance. But let's start with Saint Vid. This interpretation is not without debate. Some theories suggest that the cult of Vid may have been introduced or reinforced through German Catholic miners, the Saxons, later blending with the local Slavic tradition. While the true origins remain unclear, what is evident in the figure of Vid survived through layers of religious and cultural transformation. Early Christian history adds another layer to the story. Churches dedicated to Saint Vitus in Western tradition and Saint Vid among the Southern Slavs are often found in the places they might once have been pre-Christian secret sites. This has led to the belief that the Christian Church frequently adopted early pagan cult sites, replacing older deities and with saints in order to ease the transition to Christianity among the local population. The claim that Svetovid was the supreme Serbian god and that there is a direct continuity between him and Vidovdan is academically disputed and belongs more to popular and romantic interpretations than the firmly established history facts. That is important note to say. The Battle of Kosovo in 3089. From the historical and religious perspective, the primary association is the Battle of Kosovo and the death of Prince Lazar in 1389, which mark a turning point in the Serbian medieval history and is often symbolized like linked with the fall of Serbian Empire. On this day, the Serbian Orthodox Church also commemorates Saint Prince Lazar and the Holy Serbian Martyrs. In iconography, as you can see on the picture on the right, Prince Lazar is usually depicted in imperial Byzantine style robes without a crown, holding a cross in his right hand, and sometimes his severed head is in his left. symbolizing his martyrdom and sacrifice. According to tradition, before the battle, an angel appeared to him and present a moral choice, later immortalized in epic poetry. And it sounds like that, like this. Which kingdom do you choose? The earthly or heavenly? Or on Serbian will be kojem carstvu ćeš se pokloniti, zemaljskom ili nebeskom? On the left picture, you can see the Ravanica monastery. And the Ravanica monastery was established in the second half of the 14th century by Serbian Prince Lazar and his royal endowment. The monastery church is dedicated to the Ascension of Christ, and it is the resting place of the relics of the Saint Prince Lazar. Tradition and the symbolism. I hear some others. Okay. In memory of the battle, the Kosovo peony, a red wild flower, has become a symbol of the bloodshed from homeland and freedom. Because of the immense suffering associated with the Battle of Kosovo, a tradition developed that Vidovdan should be observed solemnly, no dancing, no celebrations, no major work. Churches continue to hold memorial service for all who died in wars through history. The Maiden of Kosovo, or Kosovka Devojka on the right picture, is the central legendary figure of the Serbian epic poem of the same name, which belongs to Kosovo cycle of Serbian oral epic poetry. She is portrayed as a young woman wandering across the battlefield after the Battle of Kosovo, offering water and tending to the wounded warriors while searching for her fiancé, her best man, and her brother-in-law. According to this epic tradition, these men are Toplica Milan, Miloš Obilić, and Kosan Čičivan. Eventually, she finds the gravely wounded knight Pavle Orlović, who tell her that all three have fallen in battle. Shortly afterward, he died in her arms. Along this later tradition, many other folk customs have survived, passing down through generations, often without a fully preserved understanding of their original meaning. Since Svetovid, was believed to be an all-seeing deity who reveals everything, many Vidovdan customs revolve around vision, truth, and revelation. It was believed that on this day, household valuables should be taken out so they can be seen and blessed by Vid. Young women will bring out their dowries to be exposed to sunlight, symbolically ensuring that their future will not be overlooked. Important documents, contracts, and even money were also placed in open. A widespread belief held that the first thing one sees upon waking on Vidovdan is highly significant, and for this reason, people would deliberately place meaningful objects in their room before sleeping, such as a cradle, jewelry, or other symbols of personal desire. Special ritual is also excited for unmarried girls hoping to learn about their future husband. The herb known as wheatgrass, as you can see on the picture, was central to these practices. Married women will place it under the pillow on the eve of Vidovdan, believing that their dream that night will come true. An unmarried girl would place it under the pillow alongside with the salt and bread. And before sleeping, they will said, as you can see on the slide, Weed by salt and bread, by earth and sky, tell me who is the saint to be my husband. Let him come to me in my dreams. Or on Serbian, vide, tako ti soli i hleba, zemlje i neba, kaži mi ko će mi biti suđen, nek mi iziđe na san. There is also some traditions with two plants, vidovčica, a small red flowered plant, you can see on the left, and modra vida on the right. It's quite similar plant, And also were gathered under the pillow with a similar invocation, with the belief that the future spouse will soon appear, and the words they will say, Saint Vitus, unseen and holy, bring my destined love to me, let him come into my dreams tonight and meet me for the very first time. In essence, Vidodin is both a solemn and symbolic day. It invites reflection of ancient tradition, historical memory, and personal intention. It's a moment to bring into the light everything that burdens or inspire us, because, as traditions say, Vid sees it all. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Uh, I see Bianca come in, so maybe she can present.
Okay, my presentation is about the traditional Romanian food. A culinary journey through one of Europe's most flavored and heartfelt food cultures, where every dish tells you a story about family, land, and tradition. Uh, a cuisine shaped by history. Romanian cuisine is a vibrant tapestry woven from centuries of history, geography, and cultural exchange. Positioned at the crossroads of Central, Eastern, and Balkan Europe, Romania's food reflects influences from Turkish, Hungarian, Austrian, and Slavic traditions. From hearty meat dishes to comforting cornmeal, steaks, and beloved sweet breads, Romanian food is generous, rustic, and deeply rooted in family life. The first one, maybe you heard about it, is sarmale. You can see it in the photo. Sarmale is a tender cabbage or wine leaves stuffed with seasoned minced pork, rice, and aromatic herbs. Are Romania's most iconic dish. Slow cooked in a rich tomato broth, they are traditionally served with a double of sour cream and a side of mamaliga. Um, I will tell you what is mamaliga after. Every Romanian grandmother has her own a secret recipe, and no family gathering is complete without them. They are the heart and the soul of Romanian home cooking. Okay, next please. Mamaliga. You can eat with sarmale. Mamaliga, often called Romanian polenta. Mamaliga is a humble yet beloved cornmeal porridge that has fed Romanian families from generations. Traditionally cooked in a cast iron pot over an open fire, it has a soft, creamy texture and a mild, comforting flavor. It is most commonly served alongside sarmale, topped with salty brânză de purduf, which is sheep cheese, and a generous spoonful of sour cream. In a rural Romania, it was so central to daily life that the phrase a mânca mămăligă once means simply to eat. The next one is ciorbă, Romania's beloved sour soup. Ciorbă is not just a soup, it's a way of life. This tradition, sour soup, gets its distinctive tang from fermented wet bran, borș is bran, or lemon juice, and comes in countless region variations. Whatever it's ciorbă de perișoare, which is meatball soup, ciorbă de burtă, tripe soup, or ciorbă de rădăuțeană, a creamy chicken version, every Romanian household has a favorite. Served hot with fresh bread and a sprinkle of parsley, is the ultimate comfort food, especially in the winter. Cozonac. No Romanian Christmas or Easter is complete without cozonac, a rich, sweet braided bread filled with layers of ground walnuts, cocoa, and sometimes Turkish delights or raisins. The dog is enriched with egg, butter, and milk, then left to rise slowly, often overnight. Making cozonac is a ritual in itself. Um, Families gather to knead, feel, and braid the loaves together, filling the home with the warm aroma of vanilla and the toasted nuts. It's a symbol of celebration, togetherness, and love. A papanash, the crown jewel of Romanian desserts. If you ask Romanian what their favorite dessert is, papanash will be the top of the list. These golden ring shaped donuts are made from fresh cheese, semolina, and eggs that then deep fried to crispy perfection. They are served warm, drenched in a tangy sour cream and generous spoonful of homemade fruit jam, usually sour cherry or blueberry. Light yet indulgent, papanache are a staple on restaurants' menus across Romania and a must. Try to for any visitors. One bite and you will understand the hype. Why Romanian food is truly special, passed down through generations. The recipes are treasured family heirlooms, hidden from grandmother to grandchild with love and no written measurements. Local and seasonal ingredients. Romanian cooking celebrates what the land provides: fresh vegetables, fresh farm eggs, sheep cheese, and home cured meats. Food as community. Every meal is an occasion. Romanian tables are always set for one guest. Hospitality is a way of life. Fascinating food facts. Did you know Romanian food culture is deeply interviewed with customs, superstition, and regional pride. Many dishes carry symbolic meaning. Sarmale on the New Year's Eve represent abundance, while the number of cozonac leaves baked for Christmas must always be even for good fortune. Regional differences are striking. Transylvania leaves Hungarian influence, Moldova favor richer, creamy preparations, and the south embraces bold, smoky flavors. Okay. More than just food, Romanian cuisine is a living expression of the country's soul, its history, its landscape, and its people. Every dish carries the warmth of family kitchen, the rhythm of the season, and the pride of a culture that has preserved its tradition through century of change. To taste Romanian food is to understand Romanian itself, generous, resilient, and deeply beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I believe after all this food speaking, we are a little bit hungry all. But where is the
Yes,
food?
yes.
That's true.
But if we have food, we need to have the song as well. So next one is Tatiana with her song. So Tatiana, you're welcome to start, and I will share the screen.
Thank you. Mocirița cu trifoi, mocirița cu trifoi, mor pe țât la Maica doi, mor pe țât la Maica doi. Spune-mi, puiule de cuc, spune-mi, puiule de cuc, după care să mă duc, după care să mă duc. Ei, tu mândrule oame, hei, tu mândrule oame, du-te după care dulce, după cel frumos m-aș duce, că are guriță dulce, că are guriță dulce, după cel frumos aș mere, că are gură de miere. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I will just read about. Can you say the name Mocherița or Tatiana? Can you help?
Mociriță.
Mocherița is the diminutive form of the word mochirla. I'm not sure how to say it. Tanya,
Yes,
can you help?
mociră, da.
Mochira, okay. It means a small, muddy, swampy area with strained water, basically a muddy puddle or small marshland. The form
Mociriță.
mocherița is mainly used in folk songs and poetry with a softer, more affectionate or rhythmic tone rather than a strict geographical description. In this context of the song, Tanya, please.
Mociriță cu tricoi.
The expression does not describe something literally important. Instead, it's used as the rustic traditional folk image typical of folklore. Thank you so much, Tatiana. Wonderful voice. And I hope you need to leave. So bye bye, Tatiana. We will continue now with Emir, a presentation from Bosnia about Bayram and Kurban Bayram. And I personally asked Emir to do it because I didn't know much and still don't know much about it. So Emir, please.
So I chose Bayram because it's not for the all people in Bosnia, but it's like for a majority, because over 50% of people in Bosnia who are living there are Muslim. I still chose it because it's also for me the important one, because I'm also celebrating Eid. And yeah, we can start. So, what is Bayram and why is it called Bayram? Actually, it's called in Arabic. It's called Eid, but we use it from the Turkish word Bayram, and also in Bosnia it's also Bayram. We have two Bayrams. One is Ramazan Bayram and one is Kurban Bayram. At both of the Bayrams emphasize prayer, gratitude, family visits, charity, and sharing. So this is like a bit of timeline of how is it how is it this year, because the calendar we are using everywhere in the world, we are not using as in the Islamic lunar calendar, which is 11 days shorter than the calendar we are using right now, and that's why the Bayram is always 11 days separated from each other so each year. So sometimes it will be in December, sometimes in August, and like this year it was in May, in February and May. Yeah, and yeah, we can start with the first. Before the Ramazan Bayram, there is a 1 month of fasting period called Ramadan or Ramazan. After the one whole month, the Bayram, the Ramazan Bayram, it's happening, and it goes for 4 days. The second day is Dan Shahida. It's only in Bosnia because we are. It's a day where you pray for the fallen people in the war. And 1 month later, there is a different Bayram, the Kurban Bayram, and it goes also for 4 days, and it's more important than the Ramadan for me because there is a sacrifice, and it's connected to Hajj. The second day of Kurban Bayram, the second Bayram, it's day of Arafat. It is one like one of the most important places in Islam, and it's like a mountain next to Mecca. The people gather on the mountain, and it's the most important day of Hajj. After that, the Kurban Bayram is happening. You sacrifice the lamb or like a cow for the god. It's like a tradition that has been happening since Islam is there. So now, Eid al-Fitr. You can see here it's the Ramazan Bayram. It happened on March 20th this year, and it's end of Ramadan and like day after the Ramadan. We go to the mosque 6 o'clock in the morning, and it goes with a special prayer. After that, we go home to our families. For me personally, I went every year, and I went to in Bosnia. When I was in Bosnia, I was going to my families, like to my closest families, my granddad, and then the other granddad and grandmom, and we were visiting each other and eating some food and enjoying the day. Also in Bayrams, you have to give charity for people who are in need, and yeah, the common greeting is Bayram Sharif Mubarak Olsun. It is called in Turkish and Bosnian also, but not in Arabic. In Arabic, it's Eid Mubarak. So now, Eid al-Adha is Kurban Bayram, and it's for me, as I said, more important one. You start the day as usual, like also the other Bayram, but after that you go to the sacrifice. If you have some stock at home, you grow it and then you sacrifice it for you and for your families and for your neighbors, for the people in need. You just give the whole meat. Use only like the percentage of it, like on the it goes on the five different parts, and only one part goes to you, and the rest goes to the families, to the people in need, and everything. So it's actually a lot, very important to sacrifice to give other people. Day after, as I said, it's day of Arafat. Yeah, it's, as I already told you, it's one of the most important days in Islam because it's connected to Hajj, and because the Hajj is happening one day later or like 2 days later. And yeah, so the Bosnian Bayram tradition: morning prayer, family visits, food and sweets, baklava, coffee, or the festive meals are common. For me, for example, we always use the fresh meat we sacrificed and then made some like stews with it and everything, and I ate it like in the same day. And yeah, and the kindness, people forgive, give charity, and share with others. The greeting is also like the same: Bayram Sharif Mubarak Olsun for the bold Bayrams. And yeah, this is the whole presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have some questions, you can always ask.
Thank you, Emir, so much for your time and for the wonderful presentation. We will now continue and we go back to Romania, and Brandusha will present something about Romanian clothing, about IA. I will start to share the screen, and Brandusha, you can tell us about Universal Day of the Romanian Blouse.
Hi everyone. If Tomislav presented what is happening on June 28, I will present what is happening on June 25, because in Romania it's a wonderful celebration, the Universal Day of the Romanian Blues, or how it's called in Romania, IA. The next, please. Today only paintings that show why it's so important to us. Pierre-Auguste Renoir, La Jeune Femme. It's a collection privé in United States of America. The most well-known La Blues Roumaine, Henri Matisse, in the war period. I saw it at Centre Pompidou in Paris, France. Other important painting by painter Constantin Daniel Rosenthal. It's called Revolutionary Romania at the 1850. Very well known in the history in Romania. Other painting by the Romanian painter, his name is Teodor Aman, L'Union des Principaux Roumains. Now we can see this painting at Museum Național d'Art de Bucharest. Other one showing Ia, not so much well known. It's called Paysan Cousin, in the interbellic period by Nicolae Vermont. One of the most important painters from our country is called Nicolae Grigorescu, and he also painted Ia, Paysan de la région de Mustel. The same Nicolae Grigorescu with Paysan Filan. From Galați is coming Camille Resu with Paysan à l'église. Ion Teodorescu Sion, who is born in Brăila County, in Ianca. His painting is called Composition of Motif Rumen. Other painter, not so well known, Friedrich Arthur Beitmann, Dame Roumaine. We can see this painting at Musée des Beaux-Arts de Boston. Other painting, Jean Fil Roman, by Francis Theodore Esmond. This is a poster from Brăila Museum Carol I from my hub, Ethno-Literature, from June 24 this year. How we celebrate this important day? We have writers from Galați, Romania, and from Australia, and the public, the Romanian public, was wearing Ia when they were coming there. And this is the last photo that I received from Otilia, and thank you so much for this. It's a wonderful memory from Donaufest in Ulm last year. This is a small part of Romanian team. So we are here presenting IA, this concept, wonderful concept, La Blues Roumaine. And thank you so much.
Thank you once again, Bendusha. And now we will have another song, but this time from Serbia, and Voice will sing it. And I will share the screen so you can have the text. Voice, you can start.
Thank you, Tomislav. Odakle si sele, devojano mlada, iz Srbije brale, iz Kruševca grada. Odakle si sele, devojano mlada, iz Srbije brale, iz Kruševca grada. Jele kanterija i opanci, po tome se znaju Srbijanci. Jele kanterija i opanci, смеянці, потоме се знаю смеянці. Il ti me anca, il te zovu branca, o panci ajuda si charapanca. Il ti me anca, il te zovu branca, o panci ajuda si charapanca. Jele canteria i opanci, potome se znaju sebijanci. Jele canteria i opanci, potome se znaju sebijanci. Thank you.
Thank you, Waislav. I would just say a couple of words because it's perfectly continuous about the traditional clothes and customs. In this part, you can see
Second, please.
you can see Jelek Anteria Jopanci. It's part of the Serbian traditional clothes. And I don't know if maybe I will stop sharing now so you can see Voislav. Yeah. So you can see the Jelek was this black part of the traditional clothes. And opanci is something that to go as
Moment, please.
shoes. Otherwise, I will show it because I have examples. But I will try because I don't have picture in my computer. Maybe you can. I don't know how perfectly you will see it here.
Yeah,
Like this. Maybe it's this better. This is better. Yes. This is something we call opanak, and it is something that is put as shoes. And you can see this part here is also very interesting. I don't know the name of this part. That is, this song is dedicated to the young woman that young man tried to know about her, and she told him like, "I have this, I will say, uniform or traditional. You can see that I'm from the Rasina region." That is the moment when she will say, "I'm the Serbian girl from Rasina region." Okay, we're coming like to the end, but before end, Carmen will present about the Duna Fest that is held this year, and I will share
Some
the
of you had been there, so you can complete and speak about. You know that all 2 years we have an international Danube festival, Ulm Neu-Ulm. And this time it was the 14th and started the 3rd of July and ended the 12th of July. And we have all these flags. This time they have been created, I think, in Romania or in Slovenia, I don't know. But each year the flags are created in a special country and a special artist group. And the town is full of these flags. Next. And you know that we always also celebrate in these days a meeting. It's a work meeting, but it's also, how to say, a festivity of human meetings and friendship. This time it was the 10th meeting. We had 9 in presence and 1 in Corona time. We had a meeting for 2 days by internet, by Zoom, and each meeting of the Danube Networkers had and have a theme. This time it was democracy needs all of us. Next. So you see, we had been a very big number of people. We had 120 people coming from other Danube countries, and the 10th, it was a big conference about the theme, democracy needs all of us. We had been 150. The youngest had been 15 years and the oldest 85, because this time we invited a lot of pupils involved in projects. And so we had a lot of young people, but we have a lot of representatives of NGOs from all ages. And we had some partner of the young people in the project, and they had been older. They are all pensioners. And as every time, we tried to bring together people by some methods and to exchange experiences, but also to create new ideas. Next. We started the 8th of July with study visits, age-friendly cities to all of us. And other groups had intergenerational meetings, young and old connecting by digital meets, and this time in person. And the 9th, we had also other study visits, cultural and social visits, but or in social NGOs and activities. But we had also workshop women strengthening new media by critical intervention and by good use. This was a one-day workshop. And we had for the youngers a visit of a theater piece, and then together with their teachers and teachers who came to this event, we had been at the Lessing Gymnasium. This is a very interesting school in Neu-Ulm with a new form of teaching and learning. And so it was quite interesting for all, I think, and we had a nice community evening with also a quiz in the Familienbildungsstätte. The 10th of July, we had this conference with keynote panels, workshops, and so on, I will speak about. And the 11th, as every time, sing and swing along the Danube. And I have to say that all who are here this evening, and especially our Bulgarian partners, friends who are here this evening, we missed you a lot. Really, we missed your presence, and I hope that we will see us again at another occasion. Next. Here are some pictures from study visits and working groups. We have a lot, but some examples here. We had been in, one group had been in the House of Sustainability, and they made known their aims, how they work, and they prepared even a very nice meal for the group. Another was, you see in the middle, the dialogue between generations. It was in the Verschwörhaus where we have our office. We had a lot of persons, and it was especially interesting because we have a project, it's called UUC, Ukraine Ulm Connected Digitally, and we have a project Yoldik. It's the same aim, younger and older people working together by digitally meet, and we are forming couples of youngers and olders. One younger person, pupil or student learning German, and a German senior, and they meet every week by Zoom or by WhatsApp. And there are some between us. Astrid, for example, she can speak about because she is one of the senior tandem partners. And was the fact who was very impersonating for all of us. We invited pupils, as I said, but also seniors being tandem partner, and 18 tandem pairs have seen each other for the first time. They'd been in contact for months by Zoom, but this was the first time they met. And it was impressionating to see that even there had been what means only, there had been contacts by digital tools. There had been created friendships, and there was so warm atmosphere, and they had not been shy at all, and they spoke about a lot of things, but they had been also very happy after so long time of sharing knowledge and friendship by video conferences to see each other in presence. And we invited also teachers, not only teachers from pupils who had been involved, but also teachers interested to involve in the next school year their pupils. And so we had a very interesting, how to say, not only meeting, but also exchange of experience, how the digital means can really help to overcome, to strengthening Europe, because we are living so far away from each other, and we know so few from each other. And so young people in this project learn about Germany and traditions, but also they discuss with the older people about common themes of interest. But our older persons are learning a lot about Ukraine, and now there are involved young people from Bosnia, from Romania and Moldavia, and in September there will be others from Serbia and from Hungary. And so I think it's very impressive to see that we can create a lively European feeling by these methods, and we can, by this, share common and different customs and tools and thinkings, and also bringing together older and younger people, which is not so often the case in our countries, less and less. This intergenerational contact is performed by family contacts, but with others it's not so done. And so we had been happy to make known that it's going well. And as I said, also media literacy, fake news, and filter bubbles had been very important themes in these workshops. So then we had, as every time, on Friday, a big conference, as I said, 150 people. But this time it was different from the others by 2 points. 1 point, we had not chairs where people sitting all the day and hearing lectures and so on. We said democracy needs all of us. We need also acting. And so you see, we had 19 round tables, and each round table had a theme connected with democracy. And we had mixed tables, age mixed and mixed by nationality. And so we started with good discussions about the theme on every table. And in the next step, we had the speakers. This time the speakers had not been the speakers where we had to hear, but they had to come to the tables and to hear and listening and debating with these people on the tables what they are saying and what had been their demands. And then the speakers, the so-called speakers, we named it panelists, how to say, they made a resume of what had been discussed in their groups. And because we could not invite 19 panelists, we had 9 panelists, but we had also other groups, and they marked the results on so-called democracy stools, and you will see some photo, I think, where the stools had been by painting or by written decored with outputs of these groups. This was one point, and I heard after that a lot of people had been very enthusiastic to take part in this new form of conference day, but I think some of you can speak about later. But the second point was, you see it on the screen, we decided not to ask for simultaneous translation by a person, but we tried to have some profit of KI, artificial intelligence-based translation. And you see on the right, if someone spoke in English, you saw always the German translation and the translation in Romanian and vice versa. And it functioned very well, not only technically, but also the quality of translation was given. It was the first time we used it, and I have to thank David and Emir a lot and others of my team, but especially David and Emir, to be very courageous and to try to involve it. I proposed it, and they said, "Oh, we will, convinced that we can do it." And it was impressionating because we took only 3 languages, but you can also translate in, I think, you have the choice of 24 languages, but you can make the translation on the big screen in 4 or 5 languages. And this, for the problem we have always by understanding, can be a big chance for the European, how to say, European level for discussions, for exchange, and above all to understand each other. Next. So the panelists for you, it's not so important, but Lomba, she's an important person from our state ministry, and there had been our first mayor. He is important for us because he is the mayor for financial matters, and he's also the head of the Donau Bureau. But we had also our mayor, the last one, and he is now president of a very interesting foundation called Danube Swabian Culture Foundation. And we had Frau Kruse, she is the head of the Department of Education and Society at Baden-Württemberg Stiftung. You see, we invited people who are very important for us because her ministry or foundation or community function give us support by financial means to make our work. And go on. And here you see the panelists in front reporting what they discussed, but you see on the right also one of the results of the so-called democracy stools with very interesting remarks and paintings. And so it was a very successful morning. Then we had poster sessions, you know, it from other actions and events. And we had also the winners of the competition. And in the afternoon, we had 6 different working groups, 3 working in a creative way to the theme of democracy, and 3 more theme-orientated, but all working very engaged and with very interesting results. Next. You see shared practice about youth, about education, about culture of debate, social media, and so on. 19 different subjects and discussed by intergenerational audience. And next, as every time, sing and swing along the Danube. We had very nice presentations by our participants, and you saw one of the photos or the presentations about IA some minutes ago. And here you see at the end, we are always having a common dancing session with the Seitenspringer, and it was very nice. Next. So what we take with us from this conference and this 4 days program, we think the meeting made democracy visible through encounters, practical cooperation, and shared responsibility, and made us known that it really means all of us and that we have to do something, not only to go to elections, but in the everyday life. And we hope that this meeting was a contribution to a stronger Danube Networkers community, that it brought new project ideas and contacts across borders, made more visible our projects, and that we learned also a clear message: democracy needs all of us. You can have a look to our website. There are quite now, and others will follow, a lot of photos, nice photos, but also the presentations of these days will be given also by our website, Donaufest Taste of Danube.de, and we will inform you also by written when all texts are in. We had been very happy to be in a good community for 4 days, but I have to say for our team, it was a very strong and hard work before and during, and I have to thank to all my collaborators being so strong and so also, how to say, creative and so nice. Thank you, and thank you for listening. But I would like to ask those between us who are here this evening to complete what I said. Thank you very much.